5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We about to have a blast today.
Hello, all you happy people.
Let's do a junkie roll call.
Sound off like you got a pair.
The great Daddy Coogee.
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I ever heard of?
She probably still got an old school TV.
Why do you say this to me?
I'm the only girl, so I wanted to do anything that my brothers were doing.
Oh, yeah, you blend.
She's cute too, huh?
Indeed!
So, that's fine. Just give us a second.
She with you?
The film was just lazy. Like I said, they like vision.
But you got to have vision.
I'm a big JRPG person.
We've just lost half the audience.
Supposed to be full.
Oh, why?
But he'd have to be fast. I'm your man.
No, you're not. You're too slow.
It ain't just about being fast.
I did not see one Asian in that movie.
Let's not stand on ceremony here.
It's a business. Who cares about the people's feelings?
Aim for the bushes.
I could do this all day.
I got big boy pants on!
Hey Junkies, what's going on? It's Kenshiro and we're back with another episode of Culture Junkies Live. Welcome. We hope you all had a really great weekend. It was pretty long for me, having to deal with a whole bunch of college algebra and my brain really hurts. So to take my mind off of it, I can't wait to be doing this show with you. And of course, joining me is my boys, my main road dogs, the Big Kahuna. What's up, man?
What's going on, everybody?
And the Super Nerd Plus. What's going on, family?
Everything's lovely and glorious. I hope everybody's having a wonderful night.
Right, and the great GQ. What's going on, man?
Not too much. Just sitting here ready to talk about the humans and some other fun stuff tonight. So
yeah, it should be interesting. But before we get to that, let's recap a little bit some of the big stuff that kind of happened this weekend. And one of the things that happened was the drop of the Beauty and the Beast trailer. I know that might not be a big thing to you, it's kind of a big thing to a bunch of other people. You know, Kuno's over there, he's nodding his head in agreement, like, yeah, that was a big thing. So what did we think about the Beauty and the Beast trailer? It kind of caught me by surprise. What did you guys think of it?
I liked it. I look at it as this is Beauty and the Beast, the original, was actually kind of like a high school date movie. So this is essentially a high school date movie coming back around for the next generation. Again, it's one of those trailers where it's like, okay, they showed so much, but at the same time, it's like, you know full well they're going to basically follow the animated film almost scene for scene, shot for shot. So it's not like there's anything that they can spoil in this one. Hopefully they add a little bit of something to break it up. I do like the fact that Luke Evans is playing Gaston because he's actually one of my favorite actors. So I would like to see his take on it. I hope they make Gaston true enough. Gaston in the cartoon was, you know, a little bit funny, a little bit sinister, but with Luke Evans playing him, I want him to be full on hardcore, just damn near evil. I want him to be like that bad where like you hate his guts by the end of the movie. I want him to be that version of Gaston. Outside of that, though, I mean, Emma Watson's going to probably play Belle very well. She's another good actress.
She's got that accent on full blast too. Yeah,
exactly. I do not know I do not know who's going to actually be the Beast. I didn't look at the IMDb to check it.
I'll get that for you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, you know, it's Disney, it's ILM now because they own them. You know that everything's going to look the way it needs to look. So. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be interesting.
Kahuna or Super Nerd, what are your thoughts?
I've never been a Beauty and the Beast fan. I actually didn't even watch the trailer.
Watch the trailer. Okay. All right.
I'm sure, you know, Emma's gonna be really good. Like GQ said, she's a wonderful actress. But every time I hear Beauty and the Beast, all I can think about is Jack Nicholson's Joker when he told Vicky Vale, if anybody else calls you Beast, I'll rip their lungs out.
Right. Okay. Super Nerd Plus, what about you, man?
Like I said, I vaguely remember the movie. I wasn't a huge Disney fan, unless it was Aladdin and Lion King and a couple of, you know, TV shows that Disney had back in the day. But I mean, I remember certain scenes like the talking clock and the candle. And I just remember that, was it the clock and the teacup singing a song, Beauty and the Beast. That's all I remember. and I know he was cursed or whatnot. But I saw that trailer or the side by side comparison one. I'm like, I remember those scenes, but it's like it's gonna be the same movie. I'll just watch the cartoon. So I mean, it's gonna pass over. It'll be cool. I'm sure the animation and the effects is gonna be cool. So
Well, like I said,
wait to come out on DVD.
Just to jump in, like I was saying, I hope that again, like you said, it's going to be basically scene for scene with the original animated one. That's why I hope some of the performances go a little bit beyond what you could do in a kid's cartoon. I hope that they go a little bit further. That's why I like Maleficent so much. They kind of took it a completely different direction because again, you always knew her as the villain, so to see her backstory was actually pretty cool. This one, I think they're just going to have to lean on the performances to actually really carry it because, again, you're telling a story that everybody has seen at least once, except for Super Nerd over there. But
right, and I got an answer for you.
Yeah,
Beast is
want to say hello
by...
to Jennifer Charity and in the chat over there. Want to say hi, and she's looking forward to seeing the movie. So
yeah, I
awesome.
Also want to say what's up to Mega Sean. He's surprised by you wearing a hat. GQ with a hat on. He can't believe it. And he's surprised we're talking about the Beauty and the Beast trailer. But to answer your who you were wondering who the Beast was, it's Dan Stevens. I'm not exactly familiar with him. The name doesn't really ring any bells, but he's who's playing the Prince and the Beast in there.
See, here's the thing, and again, I know they're going to just basically obviously makeup effects, CG, and everything. I wouldn't have minded seeing Ron Perlman essentially reprise his role as the Beast. I think that would have been actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then, of course, some young kid or whatever to be, him transformed or something like that. But I think Ron
Give him a
Perlman
backstory on that, GQ.
What's that?
On Ron Perlman as
well,
his role.
There was years and years ago, back when you were a wee lad, there was a TV show called Beauty and the Beast. And on the TV show, Ron Perlman actually was the Beast on the TV show. So that's why I say reprise his role, because again, dude's, he's taller than most actors, and he would tower over Emma Watson. So I think it'd be actually kind of cool if you had him play the Beast this time around, in the Beast form. And then, when it's time to transform, get a little, some young kid or whatever to be the Beast as the Prince. I think that would have been a kind of a cool way to do it.
I always make this joke about Ron Perlman, like as far as like Beauty and the Beast and like Hellboy. I always say he's perfect for those roles because Ron Perlman has a unique look and his facial structure. I always say you never need too much makeup. All you really got to do is like paint him red and maybe add a couple things on, and he's like spot on.
Let's see what else happened this weekend. I'm kind of drawing a blank. I know there was something else that kind of happened this week. Oh, the NES Classic is suffering a shortage right now. Now, is this just standard Nintendo protocol where they hype everybody up on this product and then they purposely don't produce enough to meet the demand, so it makes it look like it's more important than it is? GQ, your comments. Oh, he left. Kahuna, what do you think about the NES shortage? I didn't realize he was gone. What did you think about the NES Classic shortage? Were you looking for it?
Oh man, that's crazy. You know what? I didn't expect it to be like that. Like I haven't even gotten mine yet because I was just kind of just gonna go in and get one like in the weekend or the next week or something like that. But I had no idea that it was gonna be something like that. Like they said that shit was like sold out within like hours. People were in line outside since like 3 o'clock in the morning or some shit like that. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, it's really cool to see that that many people are interested in the classic NES. But yeah, I didn't think that it was going to be a shortage like that. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. What about you, GQ? You're back. I was asking, what's your comment on the shortage of the NES Classic? It came out this past weekend, and I was wondering if it's just like a standard Nintendo protocol to like kind of make this really hyped up product and then purposely not make enough to meet the demand. What's your comment?
Well, I just shared a video that I put together on the Facebook chat that I made with regards to my whole scenario and situation with the NES Classic. Obviously, it came out this past Friday. Most stores got as little as 2. Some stores, like the Best Buy near me, got as many as 35. The problem is they handled it very, very poorly. They basically, like Best Buy, for example, they had 35 of them. They said it was advertised in their paper that it was coming out on Friday, which was the 11th, this past Friday, and they essentially didn't tell anybody how it was going to work. So when you got to the store, they were like, "Oh yeah, we passed out tickets for people to get the system," and it's like, hold on. You didn't say anything about that all week, and I frequent Best Buy. Let me let you know, Best Buy send a check. I frequent Best Buy a lot, so for them to, for me to go in there and never, having heard anything about it till I got there the on Friday, first thing in the morning as soon as they open, and it's just like, oh well, unless you got a ticket, we're out of the systems, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna wait because I know how people are. If people have to wait for something, they'll get the ticket and they'll expect it to still be there later on in the day. So just like that video shows, if anybody's watched it, the Men in Black scene, I just sat there right in the manager's face. It's like, okay, when do those tickets expire? Probably around 12, 1 o'clock. Now, mind you, this is 10 in the morning. So I'm like, okay, I'll just be standing here at your customer service desk until 1 o'clock. Now, here's what saved me. Their computers for credit cards went down. The second they opened, it was literally 10 o'clock, and boom, our credit card machine doesn't work. So no debit, no credit. You guys know me. Cash is king. I carry cash all the time. So when time came around, it was getting closer and closer. It was just getting to 11 o'clock. Like I said, I stood at the desk for about an hour with a couple people behind me. And I'm like, oh, I'll just be here until their tickets expire. Because mind you, most people don't carry cash anymore. And some people got to go to work. I had nothing to do Friday morning. I was good. So long story short, I got mine because damn it, that's just how I do.
I expected no less from him.
Right. So I got mine because it was just like the manager wasn't so much getting frustrated. It was just the fact that I was just standing there like a sphinx with no emotion. Like, I'm just letting the time go by because I know not everybody's going to either go get cash or make it back from work.
Were you leaning on the counter like Kay was?
Pretty much.
My man. Yes. My man. Okay.
So the only thing that I did not get, and this is something that I really wish, I'm kind of kicking myself because I saw that they had the controller earlier in the week before the system came out. Now I'm thinking, okay, well, whatever. I'll just get it when I come back and pick it up. I didn't expect the store now. I didn't, Nintendo basically had the new Talk Boy from Home Alone with this thing, man. I'm just like, wow. And then of course eBay, one sold for $600. It's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I gotta say hello to Blight Me. He's over on Twitch, just joining the show. Magic Scopes Z, welcome. Hello from Germany. He says, why would you want an NES Classic? He says it's an emulator in the box with no expansion. Now, I would want one for the potential of actually modding that thing and having an actual real looking NES emulator, right? That looks like the official original system that we had and just had all the games on it. He's saying make your own in 3D printed case. I understand that. I can get that. GQ, what do you guys say to that?
I get what he's saying. I mean, again, I have a modified Xbox with every single Nintendo game ever released on it. So technically, yes, I don't need this. But at the same time, to me, disposable income is supposed to be disposed of. So I have absolutely no issue spending $60 on it because it looks good. It's a very well put together little box.
Exactly.
The only problem, obviously, is the controller cords are way too short. They acted as if this was back in the early 80s, mid to late 80s.
Oh, too much nostalgia.
Yeah, where you had to sit like right up on the TV. It's like, no, I got a 65-inch screen.
I don't even remember the controllers being that short.
They really weren't. They were about 5. They were about 5.5, maybe 6 feet long originally. But for whatever goofy reason, they scaled it down. So they scaled the controller cables down with it. So I mean, it is what it is. Again, I found the controller extenders, which was another thing that was sold out almost everywhere. I found 2 of those, so I got 2 just because again, I'm going to find another controller eventually. So
he says he gives that it looks cool as you know what. Can't really cuss on the show, but absolutely, it does look.
See, this is my thing on that. I heard the talk about people saying, why you want to get this, blah blah blah. You can just get emulators, and it's understandable. But there's a lot of people out there that's not really gamers, like myself. I'm not really much of a gamer anymore, but I'm a nostalgic person, and NES. I love that system. That was one of my first systems. So some people just want something that's simple, plug and play,
right?
And it looks good. You know, you can throw it up on the HDMI now and all that. So some people ain't into emulators or modifying stuff or this and that. $60, it's nothing. You just go out there, grab one. But now I gotta wait though because the demand is so crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I mean again, I understand 100% where he's coming from with the you can emulate it and get the exact same effect basically. But I think the issue here's why I take issue with it. Anybody crazy enough to go on eBay and spend $600 on it?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Out they mind.
Now that's where you're in the fact that man, just emulate the damn thing. But if you can get one, straight out the box, $60 for real. Whatever, that's the cost of a game. I have a freaking library of games over there that cost $60. My collector's editions obviously cost more.
Right.
So I mean, I have absolutely no problem, throwing the $60 down on it because again, I'm going to actually use it. It's not one of those things that's just going to collect dust.
All right. Well, hey, let's table that discussion for a little while. Hopefully, they will get more before the holiday season is over. Otherwise, Nintendo
Black Friday probably.
We'll really miss out, and we'll talk about Black Friday in a little while. But I want to transition to something else. Something else that actually came out this weekend. And Hand of Omega, I love you for actually reminding me of this.
Well, hold on, real quick. Something Hand of Omega said, just to correct him real quick. They do come with an HDMI.
Oh, they do come with HDMI. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Oh, hold on. And just to add to that real quick, just before we jump to the next thing, Walmart had announced that I think for 3 days, I forgot what the actual dates were. You guys would probably have to Google it, but they would be selling it on Walmart.com for I think at 2:00 Pacific Standard Time for like 3 days straight. I guess every day around that time they release it on Walmart.com, so you guys can Google that and check that out.
Well, here's the next thing that actually dropped this weekend, and Hand of Omega reminded me of it, and I completely forgot. The freaking Ghost in the Shell trailer. That thing was incredible, man. I mean, I know a lot of people, gave this movie a lot of guff, and you just said it wasn't going to be anything because Scarlett Johansson was in it. She's white, it's whitewashing and all this other kind of stuff. I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to see it. I mean, I'm for real. I cannot wait to see this thing.
That trailer looks good, and I'm not hating Scarlett in that bodysuit. I can watch that for a couple hours, no problem.
I know you're not. I know you're not hating on that. So the biggest Ghost in the Shell fan. I mean, we've got more than a few, but GQ is a really big Ghost in the Shell fan. So I kind of want to get his thoughts. What did you think of it, big time?
Well, realistically, like I said, I was never on the side of people saying that it's whitewashing and they changed. It's like because if you look at the original character in the original film, and again, it's something that Japan has done for decades now. Look at Street Fighter. Ryu barely looks Japanese. They don't make Japanese characters look Japanese, and he's also a cyborg, an android, basically whatever you want to say. So she's a manufactured product, so to speak, with a soul.
She's not a
so
human.
It's like, yeah, so she doesn't even have a nationality, so to speak. I mean, she, her body comes from a collaboration of different countries' tech. So it's like Scarlett looks just like Makoto Kusanagi. I'm sorry, she looks just like her, especially with the black hair and with the way they did the styling. So, and again, great actress, big name draw. She's going to be the one that people are going to go see. Besides the fact that they like Ghost in the Shell, because everybody wants to see her do her solo stuff because Black Widow does so well. So I mean, let's just be real. It looks good. The director of the original film is sitting there on set as well. So if he signs off on it, and the creator of the book signs off on it, everybody shut up and just go see the film.
Exactly. There's really
sorry.
nothing. There's nothing to even
right.
Be crying
Shout out,
about.
Mr. Burton.
Shout
right.
out, man. I wish I had.
I
had that clip right on my fingertips. I wasn't ready for it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's like they're doing it justice. I'm loving the fact that they're going to redo that water scene, that water fight. That
gosh, yes.
Yeah.
That's that's what caught everybody's attention when the film first came out. So for them to go back and redo that, it looks like, obviously with the tech they got now, they can do it easy. I'm looking forward to it. I think that's going to be great. So that comes out in March. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
You are not brought upon this world to get it.
Right. Exactly. So I haven't really heard from you, Super Nerd Plus. What did you think of the Gits trailer? And do we all think that this movie will remove all of the excuses from Marvel and go ahead and let them greenlight this Black Widow movie?
What?
I was saying. Did you hear what I'm saying? I was saying I didn't hear from you.
Yeah. I mean, at first I was kind of like, oh, okay, whatever, Ghost in the Shell. It wasn't about the whole thing because I already knew that most Japanese animation or they kind of take on Americanized things. So I was like, I wasn't tripping about that. I was mostly tripping about here's go Hollywood taking a beloved anime and are they gonna make it true to the film, the original film, or are they gonna do something stupid with it? So after I saw that trailer and that water fight scene, I said, okay, I'm sold now. I'm definitely sold. So I'm pretty pumped up to see this movie. And the funny thing is, I haven't watched. I like that. I haven't watched Ghost in the Shell in a long time, so I need to go ahead and watch that movie again to get a reminder. But I heard they're bringing a new Ghost in the Shell, a new anime out. I heard.
Yeah, they do that all the time. Actually, I'm not sure if it's going to be anytime recently, but I wouldn't be surprised to see if they.
No, I saw a release date because I saw the trailer. Okay. I saw the trailer on YouTube, and it says something about this year.
Okay. Well, totally makes sense.
I don't know if it takes. Yeah, I don't know if it takes place right after the first movie or whatever, but or them other TV show or whatever. So I'm not sure where it takes place.
There's so many other TV shows in between, the movie or whatever, that it probably doesn't. It probably is just continuing the story that's been going on for a while. So, all right, guys, let's pivot to kind of the big.
Speaking of TV shows,
yeah. Speaking of TV shows, thank you for that. Speaking of TV shows, let's pivot to kind of the big announcement that came out yesterday. The Inhumans. The Inhumans, which was going to be a movie by Marvel, has now been transitioned. Is going to be a full-on TV show for ABC Studios. Now, some of us are more excited than others. I myself am pretty pumped about it. So why don't we start with you, Big Kahuna? What did you think when you heard this announcement?
I think it was pretty good. I mean, I'm excited for it. With them flip-flopping, not knowing when the movie was going to come out, if the movie is going to even come out at all. Excuse me, I was eating Starburst. But now getting a definite answer that it's going to come to, network television, I'm excited for it because you're going to be able to dive into the story more. In the movies, all you get is that 2 hours. And a lot of people don't know Inhumans. I'm not really familiar with Inhumans either. I know Black Bolt, Royal Family, this and that, but I don't know too much of the whole story. So I think it's going to be cool. I know a lot of people are complaining that, they're not going to get that big budget CGI. The effects is going to be whack because of something. Like Ken, like you even said, the CGI on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has gotten much better. And for me, I can sacrifice that little bit of big budget to get more story. Now that we're going to have like 20-some episodes throughout the season, and you get to dive into the story more. They can explain stuff slower. You don't have to, like in a movie, sometimes they just cram shit in and have to rush to tell you a story. You don't get a complete story of everybody.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm excited for it.
You were one of the ones that were kind of negative about it. So let's
be honest. Let's be honest. Nobody really gives a fuck about the Inhumans besides Black Bolt. Nobody gives a fuck about Karnak's whole ass and that shitty costume. I'm sorry. It's all about Black Bolt. He's probably the only one I actually paid attention to because he made sense. Like, I don't know. When I read him as a supporting character in other books, he was cool. He was strong, and like everybody else was like, yeah, whatever. Nobody gives a fuck about them. Yeah, what was the other dude named? Gorgon and Medusa. Like,
Gorgon and Medusa.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't with you, man. I can't with you. You being unnecessarily negative for no reason. Yeah,
listen.
I mean, look, man.
There's a bunch of reasons.
No, look, wait. You tried to make the argument that nobody cared about the Inhumans. Well, I can make the argument nobody cared about Blade until 1999 either. So there.
Be that it may.
That's true too. I mean, a couple years ago, a lot of people didn't give a shit or didn't even know about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly.
And now look at it.
Exactly, man.
True.
So you can't be that kind of negative about a property just because you're not into it. Come on, man. Don't be like that.
I said I was into it. I said nobody gives a fuck about it. I mean, nobody cares.
I said that guy. Don't be that guy.
I'm not being that guy. I'm just saying nobody cares about them unless they prove me wrong. Listen. Black
Marvel.
Bolt is that guy.
It's
All I care about is
Marvel.
Black Bolt.
It's Marvel.
Everybody else can get the dick.
GQ, get
I
in
don't care
here.
about-
Get in here and talk some sense to this dude, man. What'd you think of the
You said
announcement?
everybody else can get the Negan, huh?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, real
GQ.
quick out of the chat, Carl Q Jackson is saying that the show is supposed to still have movie quality production, which again, it's going to be on ABC, correct?
Yeah, it's gonna be on ABC. Yeah.
It's a Disney-owned channel, just like Agents of Shield is a Disney-owned channel. Disney likes making money. Disney doesn't put out crap, with the exception of the Lone Ranger and John Carter. But
wow.
I mean,
I like
let's
John
just be
Carter,
real.
man.
Let's just be real, though. I mean, it's going to be a Marvel property with ILM production behind it, or ILM special effects behind it. Just like Agents of Shield. I mean, come on now, Ghost Rider on a TV show, and it looks damn good. They can do it. I'm not really worried about them when it comes to effects.
And what's is that this is the first time, especially for a TV series, the first 2 episodes are going to be shot completely on IMAX cameras.
Exactly. So I
and,
mean,
and debut in the theaters.
Yeah, so they're not playing, and it's just like, I look at it this way, like you guys said, Guardians of the Galaxy for the most part was an unknown, untested property when it came to movies, and that thing did because of James Gunn. Really, a lot of James Gunn, Chris, and everybody's performances. That movie, it went way beyond expectations, like way beyond.
Down to the soundtrack.
Right, because you remember back before that movie came out, they was even debating whether DC was debating whether that a Wonder Woman movie could work. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? She's one of the most popular superheroines in the world. Meanwhile, on the Marvel side, talking raccoon, talking tree. Let's go. So, I'm sorry. It's to me, they're at the point now where nothing, if it's done well, if they respect the source material and give you something that you didn't expect, nothing can really fail if they follow those three mantras. Because it's like Disney has done and Marvel have done insane stuff with offshoots. Jessica Jones, who expected that to even be a series, let alone be good? You got Luke Cage that showed up. That's awesome. So it's just like
they made a history of taking not unknown characters.
Right. So I mean, I look at it as the Inhumans. They're teasing it enough in Agents of Shield, and again, there's a ton of crossover potential right there. They're teasing it enough in that show to be like, look, a movie wouldn't have made sense. And I'm glad they actually took that off the schedule because, again, it's a concept that you need to flesh out. Because with the Guardians of the Galaxy going, with the Avengers going, with Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, all this stuff, Inhumans would have got lost in the mix. And it would have just been like, and especially with it being slated after Infinity War, man, you'd have been like, dude, I don't know if I can handle anything else new. You're gonna have to ease me into it. So a TV show actually is probably the best way to go.
Black Bolt for president.
No, Dwayne The Rock Johnson for president.
Right, exactly. No,
that's true too.
I already know that guy's my vote.
For everybody that doesn't really know about the Inhumans are not necessarily about the Inhumans that are on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. And that brings up actually another point I'm going to get to in a minute. But the Inhumans is primarily about the Inhumans royal family. They're ruled by the ruling family led by the King Black Bolt. Black Bolt you probably have seen in other media before. He's wearing this he's got like a tuning fork on his head. It looks like a tuning fork on his head. And he's wearing like complete black garb. He's got he's got wings on under his arms, so he can actually fly a little bit too. But his inhuman power is as like he's so incredibly powerful that if he speaks, then he can lay waste to anything that's in front of him. Like literally, if he speaks barely a whisper, he took Thanos out with a whisper. All he did was whisper at Thanos, and Thanos was done. So that should tell you something. So if he ever actually had a shout,
didn't he kill Apocalypse in one of the books?
I'm not sure if he did. He might have, but if Black Bolt actually ever raised his voice, forget about it. The planet might be over with.
But see, at the same time, though, that's something that they're going to have to tone down because that, regardless of how cool that is for a comic book, that seems really dumb for a TV show or even a movie. Because then it's just like, okay, well, this guy basically can't say shit for the whole whole time he's on screen. Because if he talks too loud, he'll kill everybody.
But you know what? That's going to be a challenge for anybody that plays Black Bolt, because they'll basically have to be, they'll have to act, expressively, without speaking at all. Similar to the way 11 did in for much of Stranger Things, where she was, she let you know how she was feeling based off of what you were seeing in her face and her body movements and stuff like that. Black Bolt's kind of
hold on.
the same way.
Doesn't Black Bolt wear a mask?
He does, but it's not a full mask. It's like it's one of those. You can still see his mouth, you can still see his eyes, so it's not full on. So you
can see his mouth and his eyes.
Yeah, you can see his mouth and his eyes. Yeah.
What's the point of wearing a mask? You can see that much.
It's got something to do with because he's got something to do with the tuning
fork. It's like Arrow.
Yeah.
He just has a thing covering his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, nobody can tell.
Right, at least Green Lantern and Robin, like there's blocks out their pupils, so you can't really make any recognition. But come on, man.
Well, whatever. In any case, he's also got a wife named Medusa. You may have seen Medusa before. She's fiery red hair. You probably mistake her for Jean Grey if you actually looked at a comic book and she wasn't in her costume. But Medusa's hair actually is sentient. It can move. She can control it. So. That may seem lame to a lot of people, but she's actually a pretty powerful character as well. You've got Gorgon, who looks like I forget how would you classify Gorgon? He looks like
Whack.
Shut up. No. Gorgon looks like he looks like one of those characters from Greek mythology where it was
fucking like Minotaur. He's a goddamn
he's not a Minotaur. He's not a Minotaur because he's not with actually yeah, I guess he's close to a Minotaur, but he doesn't have the horns. He doesn't have the horns. He's not full on.
No, he doesn't. But he wears a mask too for whatever dumbass reason. And so does Karnak. He's a whack ass karate guy who can break bricks. That's all he does is break bricks.
Welcome to S3B87 over there on Twitch. We're glad that you're tuning in. You also got
Crystal.
Crystal. Well, I don't think you. Well, yeah, I guess she is included in the royal family. Crystal, who in the comic book history, she was dating Johnny Storm at one point. She was actually in the comics married to Ronan the Accuser. For a while, who was the main villain in Guardians of the Galaxy. You've also got Triton, who's a Sea King, and him, I'm with you, Super Nerd. I don't give a crap about Triton, man. I don't. I've never gotten it with Triton. Triton. Yeah,
look,
I never get. That is Gorgon right there that you see on the screen. That's what Gorgon looks like.
Horse hooves.
Yeah, his hooves are very powerful. He can actually shake the earth beneath him with one stomp. And then finally, you've got Karnak, who is a martial arts master, who's supposedly like one of the best in the world. However,
he ain't fucking with Shang-Chi.
Yeah, what'd you say?
He ain't fucking with Shang-Chi.
Well, yeah, for someone to be in like a martial arts master or something like that, he seems to get outclassed by a lot of other people in the Marvel universe. But whatever. And then finally, routing it out, you got Black Bolt's brother Maximus, who's he's crazy. He's crazy, but he's a genius. He's incredibly smart, but he's incredibly crazy. A lot of the internal strife that goes on with the Inhumans is usually because of Maximus's machinations. So that's a little short primer on the Inhumans for you.
Don't forget about what's the dog's name?
Oh, Lockjaw. Lockjaw. This big, humongous bulldog who can teleport anywhere. He can teleport anywhere.
I think people may like him because he's a big dog and he's
I think he might end up
adorable or whatnot.
Yeah,
But again, going back into it though, you're running into this is exactly why it needs to be a TV show and not a movie. Because you're gonna have to explain if this is a movie, you have to throw out anything Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did with Inhumans because guess what? You can't rely on people have watched every episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so they know what's going on with the Inhumans. Nope, gotta explain all of that at the beginning of your movie. So it works off better as a TV show.
Exactly.
One of the things that Hand of Omega said in the chat, I just missed it. He basically was saying that with regards to Black Bolt, it's probably he was asking Ashley if anybody's ever shown him without his mask, since it's like he's not really a private citizen. Everybody kind of knows who he is, so. Is like, has he ever been shown without his?
Yes, he has. He's actually blonde haired,
really
he looks a lot like Steve Rogers. So, what are you gonna do? Yeah. So, Hand of Omega is also asking if we liked Agents of Shield, Supergirl, Gotham, Lucifer, etc. this season. Yes, on all of those fronts. Arrow actually kind of has somewhat my interest. It's still like on the bottom rung as far as as far as all the shows go. But the other thing that I wanted to ask concerning the Inhumans, now that this is going to be on ABC, and with Agents of Shield I think it's struggling in the ratings, like hovering right around being canceled. I know we always say that this show seems to be immune to cancellation, but now that the Inhumans are coming to TV, what does this mean for Agents of Shield? Do you think it's going to survive, or no?
Well, when is Inhumans supposed to come to TV?
Next year, next fall, with the first two
September.
episodes. First two episodes in IMAX.
With September, and the full series is supposed to come in the fall. So I'm guessing October, November.
Right.
All right, but that's a year off. So I mean, realistically, Shield, depending. I mean, Shield realistically still has a run going. Obviously, with the Ghost Rider thing, they're using that to bring in mysticism and all of that sort of thing. Realistically, next year could be their final season, and they can wrap up a story because Infinity War is coming. So once you have that changes the landscape. So that opens it up for something like Inhumans or whatever to get off the ground and get running.
I didn't hear that, so that's pretty crazy.
No, I'm not saying it's getting canceled, but I'm just saying if they do decide to wrap it up, they can because wrap it before Infinity War. Its final season leads into Infinity War.
To be honest, I wish I wish they had the Fantastic Four, because you can definitely integrate the Fantastic Four into the fucking Inhumans, because it would. I mean, I don't say it wouldn't make any sense, but I mean, if they had the right, that would be cool to drop them in.
But nobody really likes the Fantastic Four. They're like that redheaded. They're the redheaded stepchild that sits out on the porch in the rain. Don't do that. No. They sit out on the porch in the rain, waiting for somebody to open the door.
Don't do that, man. No, man.
That's funny.
I love the Fantastic. I absolutely hate the way they've been treated.
You know full well when it's raining, you be sitting out there. You see them on the porch, but you just be like, man, I'm gonna go play some video games. Forget them. I don't care. I'm just gonna play video games, let them sit out there and get rained on, because they haven't, out of 3 attempts with a reboot, they cannot get that right. It is a dirt simple story, and yet that's because
Marvel's not doing it. It's Fox.
I understand that, but guess what? Fox just did Deadpool, did justice to Deadpool.
Yeah,
so they didn't give a fuck about Deadpool.
No.
They didn't give a fuck.
But think about it. Think about it.
Not them. I don't give them credit for that.
Exactly. That's why I said that Final Fantasy, that Fantastic Four is the redheaded stepchild that nobody really cares about, because who's taking up the cause to make a good Fantastic Four movie? Nobody. Nobody's been like, you know what, we're gonna pull it up by the bootstraps and make a good Fantastic Four. Nobody's done that. Nobody. And it's such a simple story to tell. And they messed up Doom 3 times.
Yeah, that's.
And after 3
I know Super Nerds hates that.
Yes. Sir.
After 3 failed attempts, nobody cares about them. Nobody even interested in seeing another movie.
Right. Yeah. And realistically, let's just be real. Here's why, in my opinion. Who do they fight besides Doom that's really important? Because yes, they show up in other books and they guest star, but as far as their own rogues gallery outside of Doom, because that's the man, who do they really fight that's worth talking about?
The Frightful Four, I guess you could say.
Okay, now you sound like you're back in the '60s with that one. But go ahead.
Man, that's the name of their villains. Come on, the Frightful Four. That's who they are. The Wizard, the Trapster. Well, damn, that I even had to put the Trapster in there. Sells you something.
You see the look on my face, right? You ain't really helping your cause.
Okay, all right.
I'm dead serious. Let's be real, man. Come on. Outside of Doom,
Analyst.
and maybe Fing Fang Foom.
Come on, no, I'm not counting. Fing Fang Foom is too ridiculous to even think about as a regular villain. Come on now. Come on.
I'm for real. Like every time somebody's ready to do a Fantastic Four movie and they try to get a good script together, Doctor Strange shows up on Dormammu's doorstep. Dormammu, I'm ready to bargain. Because I'm sorry, how do you mess up such a simple story? 4 people go up to space, cosmic rays, get powers. Doom gets scratched, gets pissed about it, puts a mask on, builds a suit with tech and gypsy magic, and let's go. 10-minute origin. We're good to go. Let's go. Doom kicks ass. That's what all I need
Absolutely.
to see. Nope. We're going to send Doom off to another planet and have him stay there for an undetermined amount of time. Then he's going to come back with his spacesuit formed into his armor, and he's going to just destroy people. And then, like, shut up, man. Just tell the story that we all know.
I actually like the Fantastic Four when Jonathan Hickman wrote it.
Yeah.
So,
good.
That's probably it, but that's what made me start liking them was because of Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah.
I know. Again, the books, fine.
The books are fine, right?
I'm sorry. I take that back. 4 failed attempts to make the Fantastic.
Oh yeah, Roger Corman.
Yeah, we try not to pay attention to that Roger Corman movie.
I try to pretend that don't even exist.
That don't even happen.
Hey. At least they had the costumes on right from the get go.
Oh, Namor. How about Namor? Namor is one of their villains, somewhat.
Yep.
Come on, Namor, really? Marvel Aquaman. Thank you. Okay.
No, don't be disrespectful to Namor, man. Don't do that.
Fuck
Again,
Aquaman, but
no.
Namor.
Namor lost all cool points to me in Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends, and that dude was jumped into not a small pool, not just a tub, a flat out oasis of alcohol. Something that a person's nostrils would burn off if they walked into that room. And this fool just refreshing dip. It's like, dude, can you not smell? Is there something wrong with your nasal cavity where you can't smell all this rubbing alcohol that you were about to swan dive into?
I need to post that video actually.
Yes, dude. That was I remember we were all sitting there in Dr. Kuji's in his room up in his old house watching that video, like, dude.
That's
really?
Walter,
seriously? Oh, like, oh my goodness. So again, Namor might be a badass. Granted, he hits on Sue Storm and all that. That's cool. But doggone it, I can't get. It's like that's on his resume right now, and it's not looking good.
And you know, I always thought that Reed was a little bit of a bitch, man, for real. Because how you gonna for real? Because how you gonna keep letting Namor mack your chick, man?
Because realistically, Reed Richards, outside of being really smart and super stretchy, ain't that great.
He could be.
Well, they updated his abilities over the years. No, they updated his abilities.
Can he fight though?
He beat the shit out of Namor.
He shouldn't be beat by nobody. With all that elasticity.
There was a graphic novel that came out a few years ago where Namor is still trying to fuck with Sue, and Reed got pissed off, and he beat the shit out of. I mean, he zapped his ass for touching his old lady. Like, I've never seen Reed get that mad, and I guess they updated his abilities, what he can do. He's damn near indestructible. You know.
Okay, but again, now you're getting into plot armor. Because they're basically like, oh, we need to make him interesting again. Let's make it so his rubberized skin can become so dense that he can't feel anything. It's like, dude, it's like, just stop it.
Great analogy. I like that.
For real, but for real, it's like when they had Doomsday show up and beat the crap out of Darkseid. It's like, he's trying to just make Doomsday like a super badass. Darkseid should have wiped the floor with him.
Hand of Omega brought up another Fantastic Four villain, and I had to chuckle at this one. He said nobody tell GQ about Red Ghost and his super apes. Yes. Red Ghost and his super apes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You know what? We should move on before we run out of time. We got 15 minutes left. It's been a great. We hope you all are having a great time because I know we certainly are. Lots of fun, lots of laughs. Let's look forward to the Inhumans. I'm sure there'll be more news coming out as time goes by. But let's pivot gears. We all know next week is going to be the week after next is going to be Black Friday, and I wanted to kind of go over a little bit. You know, some of the strategies kind of we have. I know we have in our discussion group we have a sticky post with a bunch of Black Friday deals. But you know, let's go over some strategies like how would you approach Black Friday, and like what would be the items that you would prioritize over others? GQ, you seem to be Mr. Black Friday around here. You in that damn
more like Black Thursday.
Right. Well, you know what? I've heard a lot of places this year are actually shutting down for Thanksgiving. They're not going to be open on Thanksgiving at all.
Dude, so Best Buy open at 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Dido's checking in.
5 o'clock
buddy?
Thanksgiving.
How you doing? Wish you were on the show. We hope you'll be able to join us again sometime soon. But what items would you prioritize?
The stores that really matter are still going to be open on Thanksgiving.
More
like Best
likely.
Buy, Target opens at 6.
Yeah, more than likely. So,
you motherfuckers know everything else before anybody works in retail. Y'all know before anybody else. God damn.
You work in retail too,
That's
man.
a damn
so what's
shame.
your excuse?
I know that
know
shit.
when the hell you open.
I don't care. As long as I'm there, I'm there. I don't give a fuck. Don't ask me anything. Like, be there when I'm there.
You're the one that we should be coming to for the deals, man. And you
no, the fuck you shouldn't. Just
Why not?
If I see you there, I'll see you there. Don't ask me anything because I don't know shit. Really? I don't want to know shit.
Okay. All right. So GQ, I'm gonna turn the show over to you a little bit. Kind of, how would you go about strategizing for Black Friday? What items would you prioritize over others? Like, what would be the must buys and what would be the ones that you could probably just wait till later?
Well, the must buys, in my opinion, again, for Black Friday, let's be real. You're not going to get a $10 TV. You're not going to get a PlayStation for like $5. It's like, unless you decide to camp out right now in front of a store to get one of those things. My strategy has always been to go after the video games and the movies because, again, some of the deals on those games and movies are ridiculous. Let's just be, like, for example, like, a lot of recently released Blu-rays are going to be like $7 instead of 20 or 25 or whatever. I'm looking for 4K Blu-rays this time around, obviously with the new TV, new setup. But I'm actually probably going to end up getting an Xbox One S this time around.
Oh.
Only reason being is because it's
yeah,
I know it's down to $250, so that's reasonable. I mean, it's not ridiculous. And at the same time, even if the Scorpio does drop, I'll just take the 1S upstairs and then have the Scorpio on the main TV, downstairs. So I mean, I think that would be one way to do it. Again, Blu-rays and games. And the funny thing is, this time around, there's not a lot of games that I actually want. Last year and the year prior, I mean, I at least walked out with 13 or 14 games. This time around, there's only like 2 or 3. And then even on movies, there's not a ton of movies that I want. This might be one of the most scarce Black Friday purchase, as far as the purchases go. This might be one of the more scarce ones. The crazy thing is, though, Waffles actually has been coordinating with Cheap Ass Gamers, which is another site that usually covers, basically where to get the best deals. And he's put it up in the Facebook group. So make sure you head over to the Culture Junkies Facebook group and check out the ongoing Google Doc that he's got that actually has a spreadsheet of all of the different stores, the major retailers that are doing game sales rather. And all of the ones that are the best deal are actually highlighted in green. So it actually makes it easier, for quick cross-referencing.
I swear, Waffles is the dark magician of sales.
Oh, heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't want to. That's why. You just go to him. Don't ask me anything. He knows everything. He tells me shit. Hey, y'all got that? I'm like, yeah. How the fuck you know? Oh, it's online. I'm like, God damn. How the hell you like? You're not supposed to be knowing shit.
You like, hey, Super Nerd, put this on hold for me when you get to work. Oh, we got that?
Right. I didn't know we got that shit.
I went ahead and put the link in the video, so you guys can go ahead and see it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Cool.
Yeah, so you guys should be able to go ahead and look at it so take advantage of those deals. Now, I'm going to ask you something else, GQ. You talked about buying a console this year. We know that, a lot of times they mark down prices on electronics. What would you think, would Black Friday be the day to get those type of high-priced items, or would you rather wait until, say, for a TV? I know you already got your new 4K TV. But would you buy a TV on Black Friday, or would you wait till Super Bowl when the ones that just came out are probably going to drop again?
Well, again, it depends on what you're looking for. Because again, let's be real. The Black Friday TVs that you see, for example, there's a bundle going on at Best Buy that's going to be for Black Friday. PlayStation 4 Pro, the new PlayStation PS4 Pro, and a 55-inch 4K TV. Now, that's $750. That's what the deal is. Now, that sounds like a great thing. $400 system and a $350 4K TV. Problem is, it's a really crappy 4K TV. It's a Toshiba 4K TV that has a very low refresh rate. So, for gaming, that sucks. Right off the bat, that sucks. And it's just like, if you do that, you'll be like, oh, I got a 4K TV. Yeah, but it ain't gonna look right. Let's just be real. So I think with TVs, it's like, yeah, you can get some deals every now and again, but you got to do your research. It's like if they say that, hey, you can get a 4K TV for $400, a big one like 60-inch or something. you're probably getting like a model that's 2 years old. You're
People
also
be buying up them Dynexes.
Dude. Stay. I'm sorry.
Stay away
The
from
Weston
them
House
cheap
and
models.
Elements.
Dynexes, Element, Hisense, Insignia, all
Yeah.
of those are just basically throwaway TVs. Only time you like, for example, if we were gonna like set up a gaming league like we're doing, I'd get a whole bunch of maybe Insignia TVs because I don't
Those are
feel like
cheap.
spending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like spending like $500 a pop on each TV, especially if you got to get 8 TVs.
Exactly.
That's what those are good. Yeah, that's what those are good for. But when it comes down to like your main TV or at your house or whatever, man, you got to go with the big brands. I'm sorry, I hate to sound like a brand snob, but you have to.
No,
because you're gonna spend your money, you may as well get some quality.
Exactly.
Out of it,
and to that point, I'm actually looking to. I've had my 3D TV for a while, and now the 3D is kind of being kind of phased out for all of the Blu-rays moving forward. I'm looking to get a 4K TV. Now I saw an LG. I mean, this is the display model that I saw at Best Buy, but man, I swear to God, this LG TV stood out head and shoulders above every single TV that was around it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I got to get that. I got to get that because it was at a reasonable price too. It was like $9.99 for.
Okay. I thought you was looking at an OLED for like three or 4,000.
No. I ain't rolling that deep. I am not rolling that deep. No.
I was gonna get a PS4 Pro, but I'm gonna wait till the next wave come out because I don't want to get in that first release thing. So I'm gonna wait. So I might just go get a tablet and a few games for my Xbox One. Other than that, I'm gonna wait because.
Why are you
waiting again? Kahuna, what are you getting for Black Friday?
Yeah.
Nothing really big. I mean, mainly probably movies. Another good thing I always buy on Black Friday, one of my main things is always storage. Hard drives, flash drives.
Yep.
It's always the best time to buy them.
Now,
without a doubt, man.
To your point, and you're right, computer peripherals are actually are absolutely something that you want to buy on Black Friday. Now, to the point that Marcus Smith is actually over on YouTube, and he actually brought up a really good point. He's always laughing at people that be freezing their asses off waiting for these Black Friday deals. Now, we know that online shopping has become a lot more prevalent. Would you rather shop online and take advantage of those deals, or is it better to like actually go get it in hand? And this is for both GQ and for Kahuna. Or like, what would be more preferable?
Well, you know what? For me, since I've become past few years, I've become an Amazon Prime member. I love that thing to death, man. It's like I used to be that dude standing out in line freezing his ass off. Not anymore. A lot of like Amazon, a lot of their prices, like everything that's on sale in the stores, they have the same sales on Amazon. So it's like, I got that free shipping. I might as well do that, but I still like being in the thick of it all. So I still go and get them. I'll never order movies off of Amazon.
I have.
Your shit will come to your packaging. I mean, if you're like somebody who's like finicky about their packaging, oh no, I can never do that because shit. Or like action figures, man. I ordered what was it? I forgot what I ordered. I think it was a Kylo Ren figure. Man, they put the thing in the damn soft pack. And luckily, I'm not an inbox collector because the boxes came all smashed up. So one thing I won't order is movies, physical movies, and like action figures, something like that.
Okay.
But everything else, man.
I always read the reviews though. You gotta read the reviews though. I mean,
oh yeah, I read the reviews.
The packaging, I bought a bunch of Blu-rays on Amazon, and my shit came A1. But
here's the thing about that, and this is why I like going to the store. And I wish Dido was on. I know he was just getting off work, but Dido and Big Pimp and Jay and I went to Black Friday 3 Black Fridays ago now, and we went out, physical shopping, the usual. And there's deals that you see in person that you wouldn't know to look for online. Yep. For example, the PlayStation monitors that I use for my computer, we found those for $100. I wouldn't have saw that online, and even if you did, they would have been sold out. So it's like that was one of those, because they were clearancing them out that year, we saw them in store and was able to capitalize on that. And then again, with like, for example, Best Buy with their movies list, they say, oh, $6.99 and up, or $6.99 for these 70 different titles. Even if you try to run through the list online, you don't necessarily see everything. So it's sometimes you just gotta just be there. And again, you know me, I'm patient, but I don't like to wait if I've already spent money. So I mean, I like, walking out the store with a big bag of movies, games, and whatever else. So I think I see both sides of it, of not wanting to be there and be out in the cold, but at the same time, when you go with your boys like we do, who cares? You're out there talking, having fun. We,
Yeah.
running around the store. Hey, grab me such and such, and I'll get your, whatever over here. So I mean, it depends. If you go by yourself, yes, I can understand you don't want to be out in the cold and different. But when you go with a group of friends, man, that's half the fun right there.
You know what's
Yeah, waffles.
what's good too is that when you go to the actual stores, you even see sales that weren't in the sales ad, that they didn't even
Exactly.
advertise.
Exactly.
Those middle of the aisle displays and stuff like that.
Yep. And again, usually because I'm going for just movies and games, just media, and I'm not looking for like big, huge purchases. I normally always get exactly what I want because most people are trying to get,
Everything else, yeah.
$50 TVs and all this other crap that I don't really. It's like, dude, I'm already good.
You know, it's funny. I tell people, I'm like, if I was you, I'm gonna be honest. Get that TV now that's on sale for like $300-$400. That shit's gonna be gone because it's gonna be a doorbuster and it's gonna be a bullshit. Exactly. And I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, don't buy Element, don't buy Westinghouse. I'll be like, listen, spend a couple more $100 and get you a Vizio, LG, or Samsung. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Hey, fearless leader.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're playing.
You playing that in the background?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you fucked up my whole monologue, son.
My bad, man. My bad. Keep on going. Keep on going. We got 2 minutes left. Make it quick.
Well, I don't want to talk about it now. You done fucked me up.
Oh, man. Don't be like that.
Hey, real quick, though, before we go, everybody better tune in to SmackDown Live 900th episode.
Yes.
Undertaker's and Edge will be back. So,
I
don't think Flash is new this week, is it?
Yes, it is. Actually, the Flash is. Maybe we're gonna get Kid Flash as well. So yeah, the Flash is new this week. And,
Flash, I'm sorry, Flash is losing out because I'm sorry, I can on demand that SmackDown 900th episode. Yeah. That's a milestone.
Understand. I totally understand that. Speaking of other things that we're gonna talk about before we get out of here, real quick. This Saturday we're gonna be doing another fight night. This time we're going to broadcast and we're going to have it like competition style and all this other kind of stuff. It's going to be pretty sweet. We hope that you guys will tune in on Saturday because it's going to be me, it's going to be GQ, it's going to be Super Nerd.
I'll be there.
Okay, Super Nerd.
I'll be there. I'll work
out here, man.
Kahuna,
you better get to this one this time, Kahuna.
Yeah,
Kahuna, I'm gonna try to make this one, man.
All right,
no,
all right.
If the turnout
there's no try.
There's no try.
Dude.
Or do not. There is no try.
Should do a culture junkies mannequin challenge over there.
Hey, not bad.
That'd
Okay.
be dope.
All right, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, we can do that. We'll put that together. So also tomorrow is going to be the League of Extraordinary Fangirls. They're also going to be talking about Black Friday on their show. I didn't get any other details, but they start at 10 p.m. on Wednesdays now, not Thursdays as you see on the screen. It's Wednesdays at 10 p.m. So make sure that you tune in and join us. For GQ and for Super Nerd and for the Big Kahuna, I'm Kenshiro. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Check our Twitter and make sure that you find out what's going to be on the next show. So, see you guys later.
Hey-o.
See ya.
Never, ever do that again.